Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or anytime you're watching this video. My name is Legal Paintbrush, and today we will be doing something special. I will be building a PC. Now, not any PC, but a gaming PC, and you will see. I got all the pieces last week except the case. The case came in 2 days ago, and I can't wait to put this bad boy together. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you all the parts that I got. Now, the first piece that I have, the processor. I have an Intel Core i7 Kaby Lake processor. So, the best Intel Core there is that I could possibly afford and get. So this is going to be a game changer for me compared to my Toshiba that I'm using. It's like a little laptop, and it's really small, and it can barely run like Rocket League or something. So here you got that. Here the proof, it's a 7700K and i7 and LGA 115 right here. So that's the processor. Now, what exactly does a processor go on? If you guessed motherboard, you are correct. Here we have the Asus Strix Z270E gaming motherboard. It is an amazing motherboard. It has 4 3.0 USB connectors at the back, one 3.1 Type A and Type C, so that's a really nice feature. It also has a front panel connector for 3.1, 3.0, and 2.0 respectively. So that's a really nice thing. It also comes with an onboard Wi-Fi connector. If you don't want to do the cabling in your house, then you just put in the Wi-Fi antenna, stick it in the back, put it on the top of the case or anywhere. It's not that long, but you can almost put it anywhere near the case. So that's a really nice feature too. Here I'm just going to show you guys the motherboard. It's really nice, Strix 270E. You got it here. Okay, and I'll show you the back. You can see some features if you want to see more. I don't think you'll be able to see clearly, but if you want, you can pause the video. So that is the Strix Z270E gaming motherboard. Now, what makes your game run smoothly? Well, a graphics card. Here I have the GeForce GTX 1060 Asus Strix graphics card. Now, it's quite a large graphics card, so if you don't buy a medium-sized or large case, it probably won't fit. It takes up a lot of space. As you can see from the packaging, compared to the motherboard, look at that. The graphics card is much longer. So, just saying that, again, it's a great card. It has aura lighting, just like the motherboard. Forgot to mention that. There you go. That's the GTX 1060. What RAM do I use? I'm using Ripjaw's DDR4 Performance. This is 3000. Yeah, 3000, and this is 16 gigabytes. 2 times 8, so that's really nice. This nice 16 gigabytes of RAM. Of course, what do you put all your games on? What do you put your operating system on? Storage, and here we got the Samsung 850 EVO SSD. This one is 500 gigabytes. I did not cheap out on this one. I couldn't afford the 1 terabyte though. That's around $400, and adding that up, that's like a nice PC of $6,000. No, I'm joking. It's like $3,000. Here you have the Samsung 500 gigabyte 850 EVO SSD. So that's a really nice thing. What is vital to a PC build? If you guessed heatsink, you got it right. Here we go. We got the Hyper 212 EVO Cooler Master. It's a great fan. At its loudest, it's supposedly 36 decibel. So that should be a quite fan compared to the stock fan that come with AMD or other such things. So this should be a good one. It's nice. It's around $40. It supports LGA 1151. A lot of other sockets, of course. Here we go. Just put a little zoom up. So yeah, that's the Hyper 212 EVO. We have here the Thermaltake View 31. Here you see it has 2 3.0 connectors at the front. You might not be able to see the 2 closest to the power button, to 2.0, and then the audio sockets respectively. So this is what I will be building it in. It has tempered glass on both sides, acrylic on the front, and then more tempered. So it's a really nice case. The case also comes with 2 ring fans. They're really nice. I don't have the RGB version of them just because that's a lot more money and I was not able to afford them. But it's also really nice. It comes with magnetic dust filters. I'll also leave a link of all these items in the description. Here you have the 2 USB 3.0s and 2.0. There's the power button. Here you have a reset button, and then there's the jack. So here it's pretty nice. You have a removable dust filter. So if you take this off, see, you can pop it off like that. And there you go. Where did the filter go? Disappeared. Go back. filter popped right back on. So now this is the back of the case. If you want, you can stick in the 3 hard drive ports that are located in the front box. Here, here, and here. So here we have the inside of the case. So here, as you see, you have the hard drive base. You have 5 holes that are rubber coated. Here you have a vertical GPU mount. So if you have a riser cable, you can attach it to the PCI Express socket, put it through, and you'll have the GPU here at a vertical angle. So it's better for the motherboard as there is no strain. As you see, this hard drive bay, you can take them out. Okay, I kind of dropped that there. These are some pieces inside, but you can take them out. All 3 are removable. You can also take the entire thing out if you do not have enough space for your graphics card. And then you can take these and stick them at the back, which is a really nice function. Here you have 2 fans down there. And there is also a little dust filter at the bottom that you can slide in and out. So that's pretty nice to have. So yeah, that is the thermal take case. Last but not least, the thing that powers everything in your PC, the power supply. I got a 750 G3 from EVGA. It is gold, 80 plus. This should be good, and we'll see if it runs the entire PC. So let's start building. So to begin, I will be removing the GPU riser bracket, as I do not have the riser cable for it. So right now it's just an obstruction. So I'm just going to unscrew this. So that's that. So now I'll have this and I can just set it aside. Oh, hey. So I will be now removing the hard drive bay because that is going to be an obstruction. And I will maybe even add it later on, but right now I do not need it. There are a couple screws at the back, so you want to make sure those are out. So now should be able to remove it. There we go. So I removed the hard drive bay. You can take these out if you want. There. I'm gonna put this aside, turn that around, and what I didn't show you guys yet, but you can take these. Yeah, you just stick it in like that, and then you have the hard drive bays here. Here, that's one. So there, you can just do that, but I don't want that right now. So we just take this out. So here we have our power supply. So I'm opening this for the first time. So we have our manual, nice little holder. I don't even know what half of this is for. We got all our cables here. Here is our power supply. So here we go. So I am now going to install my nice power supply. So you see all the plugs here, so you want to put it this way. So you stick it in, push it all the way to the motherboard. You push it all the way and make sure it fits in. Very good. It goes as far as it can. Can't push it any far back or in any direction. So put it that way. And now I screw it in. We have all these screws that come with the power supply. Again, want to make sure that the fan of the power supply is facing downwards. Make sure you don't have like a rug at the bottom, or else that's going to be a very expensive vacuum cleaner. And for those who's their first time build like me, the reason why the fan's at the bottom is it doesn't pulls air into it, but it doesn't circulate through the chassis. So now the power supply is nice and in, and it's tucked. You can't move it, so that's a good thing. So we will now move on to the storage. We are now going to insert our storage into the case. So I'm going to take these wrappers off, and we have our SSD. So this is my little SSD. It's a really nice one. Here I got the screws. So let's take these out and find our screws. We are going to be using these little screws. They're really small, so we will be using them to attach the SSD to slot thingy-majig. So now that we got the SSD nicely mounted into here, see it doesn't fall down, we can attach it into the back of our case. So I will be putting it right here. One side, two side. So I secured this thing in. You can take it back out if you want. Just go like that. See? It's out. And now I put it back in. Just popping it in like that. So there we go. Our sweet solid state drive is installed. So we are now going to install the processor on the motherboard. We have here, as you can see, a socket, and here you have the Intel core. So we're going to start off. I'm going to put it this direction just because of the sake that I don't want to mess up. So, here we go. Take off the top. Push this down and out. Go. No, that's removed. You see all the little things in here. You gotta really be careful. Here you can see all the little things inside, processor, all of that. So, just gonna make sure it's facing the right way. There you go, that's in. Just to the sides a bit, it's not shaking. So, that looks like it's good. So now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, let's close this. I'll make sure it doesn't fall on. There you go. And there you go. The processor is on. That was really stressful with all the sound that I made. We'll see if it's in properly. Here on the side you can see we have all the ports, the 2.0, 4 2.0, the LAN port, the 3.1, and the 3.1 Type-C, so that's a really nice feature. So, now that we're done with that, we are going to install the cooler. Remember to keep this just because if you lose it, the warranty is void, and that's a really important part. So, I'm going to take out my cooler. So it's quite a large cooler. So for the cooler plug, the CPU fan and the CPU optional, those are up there. Have all the little pieces are in here. So here we got that beautiful paste. Hey, I'm back. Sorry for that short break. What I did with my father is we attached this at the bottom so it could hold on to the Cooler Master, because it's not one of those plug-ins or you don't just plug it in and it just stays in there. Like, you have to screw it in and all. So now I'm done that. So now I'm going to install the cooler itself. First, I have to apply a little bit of thermal paste. So we have now installed the heat dispatcher thingamajigger. So I'm just now going to attach the fan. Since the plug for the fan is right here, I'm going to put the fan on this side. And I'm just going to plug it in. So now we have the cooler installed, as you can see here. It's all plugged in right here. Now we are going to install the RAM. So we have our first RAM, you see here. Ripjaw's is DDR4. And again, RAM only goes in one way. So it goes A1, A2, B1, B2. And since it's a dual, so the best configuration, because we only have two, we will put it in A2 and B2. So to do the RAM, you have to open the side. There's only one way this can go in. There you go, so that's one RAM. Now we've got the other one. And B2 is right here, so I'm gonna open this. And there you go, RAM's done, finally. So now that we got the RAM in, the CPU, and the cooler, we are going to install it into our case. We are now going to install the I/O shield, which is this, and the motherboard into the case. So, I probably should have done this before. So, I'm gonna get it here. Okay, so now that we have installed the I/O shield, we are going to install the motherboard. Whoa! What a surprise, we got to this point. Okay, so we have our 9 things to lift up the motherboard off, standoffs to stand off. So all 9 are there in place, pre-installed for us. So, oh, that's a heavy, motherboard is now heavy. Okay, and now we will somehow try to just drop it in. Okay. And now we screw it in. So we have now installed the motherboard. Now I'm going to get a little bit of wiring sorted out before I insert the GP to the U. So let's start off with these small cables. So we are now going to attach these power supply cables. So I'm going to start off by plugging these in. Okay, so now we got that. We have plugged in almost everything except the graphics card. So here's our, remember, our beautiful GeForce GTX 1060. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up. Whoa. I'll just put this bad boy on here. He is huge. Okay, so since we're putting in the top one, we will unscrew. So, that we do. So, what we're gonna do now is put in the graphics card, so you just clip that open. If you're dumb like me, remember to take this thing out here. The graphics card is in. We can screw it all back in. So, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. That took a while. Sorry about the end. I kind of stopped talking for a bit just because I was so nervous and excited to turn my PC on and see if putting all the parts together, if it worked. So, now I'm going to show you a benchmark that I have here. It is Unigine Valley benchmark. So, I'm going to show you this right now. So, here we go. Here we have it. It's really nice. You can see the quality and the texture is great. I'm gonna go into, you can change this into free. I'm running this at 60 frames per second, and the graphics are at ultra. Here you got the proof. My settings are pretty much maxed out here. So you have here just amazing colors, light, reflections, everything. Still running at 60 frames per second. Turn it down, no wind. Amazing graphics. And this is again running at around 100 frames per second if you want. I can go like that and it's no problem. So yeah, you got my PC running things like this at like 90 frames per second now. I'm sorry guys, it kind of took a while to bring this video. It might have been a month or two now, but by the time I upload this, it's because it takes so long to put the video together. Plus I had another school project where I had to make another YouTube video. It was crazy, so I have to put my priorities first, grades before fun. But now that I got that done, I should be able to get back to recording and putting content on YouTube for you guys to see. So, again, if you like this video, punch the like button in the face like a boss and high fives all around. Thank you guys, and I'll see all you dudes in the next video. Bye bye.